Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip. They came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, but I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for that.
Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then he with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Set! 180! 42! 59! Got the screen!
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Cherry! Blue 60! Mike 91! Ricky!
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Like 7! Watch the run!
Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Run for Pollard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Set. Go 20.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Moving your head.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Moving your head.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, and now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rodgers, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
No.
They'll run on 1st down. Moss. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
6:30.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Kill. Turn up. Protein spill. Switch. SOS.
Throwing is Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Alert! 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming for you, son.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
258. Check. Let's get it together, defense.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Higgins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, that's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers to throw once more. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Moss. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, the ball. Check 43. Double right. Tight dog. Greystone, travel.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Rodgers pass complete to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 7 yards.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rodgers now to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Recon, 152 fighter. Undercrunch.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
26. Bring it, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Heavy on the edges.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. It's our time. It's Monday.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
First down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's stopping, he's stopping.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
And try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set, 180. 53, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie us at 24 all. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Moss. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield, 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted, but good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Rodgers. This pass complete to Higgins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. Well, how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Romeo Okwara providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
On 1st down, Pollard, and an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
He's crashing. He's checking alert.
Here's Pollard again. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. Yeah, I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my master